thank you so much for tuning into a Purpose Driven Wife podcast. And so this is Trista. I'm your host. And in this episode, I would like to discuss suffering in business. Now, on my website, adrivenwife.com, I have a video of the movie. It's a clip from the movie Facing the Giants, and it's basically about a coach that has been coaching a team called the Shiloh Eagles, I believe, and they've been losing his whole time that he's been coaching this team. And so despite some of the things that he personally is going through, him and his wife are going through some infidelity issues, he still is teaching the team on how to press through and eventually win games. And so I go further. I picked that specific clip that I posted on my blog, and it's basically about. It's called the Facing the Giants, the Death Crawl, where he has one of the basically the quarterback of the team. He's having him. On blindfold, he's having him bear crawl with a man with another boy on his back, crawling across the football field. Now, while he's doing that, while he's bear crawling with a boy on his back, the coach is encouraging him to keep going. Now, I picked that piece because in business, that's us. We ourselves have this business literally on our back, because it's literally something for some of us. This business is our livelihood. Like, this is how we eat. If we don't make money, then we don't eat, right? And so as we are bear crawling across, trying to get it off the ground, trying to make sure that our customer or the people like either our business, or our product or services. And we are also trying to see if they can if the customer likes it, then if they keep coming back, right? And so, but I want to talk about it from a military spouse perspective, because in addition to that, as a military spouse, we tend to, I know for me, I'm just going to talk about me, what happens is we may have a business in one area, but because we move every so often, multiple times in one area, we may be successful in as far as our business is, active, it's making money, people like it, and in one area, but we have to guess and make the risk of another area, and just to see if someone will even like our product or service. And so we gamble with that every so often, each and every area that we go through. For those, military spouse entrepreneurs, it's kind of tough. It's, as plain as day, it sucks, right? Because, in one state you have these rules, another state you have these rules, and you may be spending a lot more money in one area that you don't have to, help with your business. And then if you go overseas, that's even like a whole nother ball to juggle, right? And so in addition to that, I hope you do look at that clip. I have it posted on my website, and it's very encouraging because for Christian entrepreneurs, that's literally how it is. As we're crawling across the football field, at first, the coach blindfolds him and tell him, I believe you're going to make it to the 50-yard line. And so, but towards the end of the clip, he makes it all the way to the field goal. And so, which is, very encouraging for him, because he thought he could just make it, from one, just from one area. But with Jesus on our side, we have someone that can encourage us, even if we don't literally have like a support system, with us, but we have someone that still encourages us through the hard times. Even as a military spouse that has a business, for me, there's times where I have 3 children, and my husband deploys a lot, and so as of right now, he is deployed. And so right now I'm gambling with, not gambling, but I'm juggling with, trying to make time for, even when my husband is here, I'm juggling, trying to make time for my husband, for my kids, making sure the house is, together. And not only that, each child have their own, problems that as a mom that you have to kind of work through and things like that. And so in addition to that, having to work through your own problems when it comes to business. And so especially if you're in a new area, and then on top of that, you're in a new area, so you don't know anybody. And then the only support that you do have is either your spouse, and that's if your spouse is even liking what you do. But in that time, I know for my husband is not an entrepreneur. And my husband supports, the things that I do. He sees that I'm serious, but it wasn't like overnight, that he had to literally see. And I've been doing my business for some years now. And so my husband is really at that point where he's encouraging me, whereas before he's just like, this is something that you doing, so you go ahead and do what you need to do. And then he'll give his points every so often, but that's really about it. He's not in the trenches, with me. And, for some people, they have their husband with them, and others like me, I don't. My husband is, he is in the Marine Corps, and he does work hard. And so, I really support him, and he supports me as well in my endeavors, and I also support him, and then we make this whole thing work. And so I say all that to say that I hope that this clip really encourages you to continue to press through during the hard times, because even as a wife and a mom of 3, you try to make it because of the passion that you have to really, bring out and make a difference to people's lives, And so that is my whole conversation about that. If you have any comments or advice for me as well, I would love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. We are also on iTunes and Stitcher. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Take care.